everyone, I'm JD from Willow Journals. Welcome back to my channel. That was my black cat Keanu coming to say hello to. I am a journaler, journal maker, and teacher of journaling courses. And today I have a Junk Journal with Me episode working in my Hobonichi Techo, which is my daily journal for this year. I have a few days that I am behind on, so I've just got a bunch of photos and some ephemera from my daily life that I will be adding to these pages. There's a few page spreads that I'll be working on back and forth throughout this video, so that's always fun. Just a nice, fun, easy journaling session. And the first thing that I'm sticking down is this little label that came from my visit to the dentist. So yes, I keep things as mundane as that. So had an appointment and it was just for a checkup and a clean, and I'm glad to report that I had no fillings. So that was good news and not too much pain. They gave me a new toothpaste. They gave me a special fluoride toothpaste or something like that to help with my keeping my teeth clean while I have braces. So yeah, hopefully that helps to keep away any fillings for this time while I have braces. And yeah, I was pretty nervous before going. I'm a bit of a baby when it comes to the dentist and the doctors. But yeah, I was very relieved that everything went well, and that it wasn't as painful as last time. So, because the last couple of months with the surgery and the wisdom teeth removal and the braces, it's just been a lot of pain. So I was just really glad that this wasn't too stressful. And in fact, the dentist was. She said she was proud of me because when I first went, I had to take a support person the first couple of times I went, and now I've got to the point where I can go by myself, but I'm still quite tense while I'm sitting in the chair and clenching my fists. But yeah, getting better. So I've just got these photos here, and I have some of the beach. So on the Tuesday, I went to the beach. Well, not the beach really. I went to a park, and there's a beach near the park. It was called Hanson Park. And so while we had lunch at Hanson Park, I took some photos of the view. And I mean, we are just so lucky, so blessed to live in Bowen, where pretty much the north, the east, and the south is all coastline. So pretty much anywhere you go in Bowen, you have a view of the beach. So the next day, no, not the next day, the Thursday, I had lunch with the same friend. And so we went to a different place. So this time we went to Rose Bay, and I took some photos of that beach, and we actually went down to the water, and I put my feet in the water, and I even took a little Marco Polo video to share with my Intentional Life course participants, and was just letting you know I'm at the beach, and shared the beach with them all, which was quite fun and spontaneous. There were these flowers everywhere, purple and white, and so I picked some flowers to press in my journals and used to decorate journals. So I have got them underneath some books, some heavy books, and currently pressing those flowers. But I thought I'd take a photo of them as well, so I could refer back to what they look like when they are fresh. And I got this chocolate wrapper. So I went into work at my old church with a friend and another friend, and while we were there, the friend that I went to lunch with, she had all these Lindor chocolate balls. Do you know those ones? Lindt chocolate. And Lindt is one of my favourite chocolates. But I haven't had too much chocolate or Lindt at all since the surgery and since the braces. And so when she brought these chocolates in and she gave us 2 each, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I get to eat this again for the first time in 2 months. And it was just like this magical moment where it was just delicious and yummy. And so my friend folded one of the wrappers like that to put in my journal to document that memory. I couldn't actually bite it because my front teeth still really hurt, as sensitive when I put too much pressure on them, so I had to crush the chocolate and was able to eat it that way. And then after that beach and lunch at the beach, I went to Airlie or Cannon Vale and got some ramen for the first time. And so everyone raves about ramen here, and I was very excited to try it for myself, and yeah, it was really good. The broth or the soup itself was really quite salty, and so I didn't drink the soup on its own, but it was really full of flavour, very, very flavoursome, and it was good with all the noodles and the veggies, and I got beef, and it was really good, yeah. So I definitely get it again. And what I loved about that place where we got it, it was like a big meal. Like they put in a lot of noodles. I love it when they put in lots and lots of noodles, because some places it's all soup and not many noodles. This place, it was like, yeah, not much soup compared to the ratio of noodles, and that's the way I prefer it. Like the soup for me is just sauce for the noodles, basically. Anyway, so that was a bit of a highlight as well. And then on Friday, so what did I do on Friday? I had a filming day, so yeah, it ended up being a really busy week. Yeah, lots of being out and about, and so Friday was just a really good day for me to have at home and film videos again, basically, and do some creating. So I made some Daphne's Diary journal covers, which you saw in the video yesterday, and I worked on the pages, which you'll probably see tomorrow when I put that video up. And so I'm just looking through the magazine here to see if I can find any pretty images that I can use to stick onto the page for Friday, so that can jog my memory and just remind me that, yes, today on Friday I made some Daphne's Diary journal covers, and I cut out the little image of the cover of the magazine that I used to make those covers, so that was quite fitting. And I just cut out a wreath, like a floral wreath, to go on the page as well, and that represents kind of the Easter vibe of the magazine. And when I flipped through that magazine, that was probably the page that stood out to me the most, was the that floral wreath, really pretty. So yeah, just decorating my pages, and then after that I go in and do all my writing, my actual journaling, and I just got my Tombow dual brush pens on the page as well, because I wanted to jazz it up and put some coloured headings. And I find that I should do that more often, because if I just write with my ballpoint pen, it's really hard to find things. Like sometimes I look back through my journal and I'm trying to find, what day did I read that book, or what day did I watch that movie, or what day did I go to that restaurant, or what day did I meet up with my friend. And it's just much easier if I have a heading to look at, or a bit of colour to stand out from the page. So yeah, knowing that, I think I want to do that a bit more. So anytime I finish a book or watch a really fun movie, or an event happens, just to make it stand out a bit, even if I even do it in a ballpoint pen, but underline it, or put stars all the way around it, or circle it, or do something like that, highlight it even. That's another idea I should try, actually highlighting the words, because you can highlight words not just with highlighters, but with the brush pens, which looks really cool. So I should try that one time. And that helps me, because sometimes I'm like, what did I do this week, or what did I do this month, because I forget. And it's just easy to grab onto those big events, because other than that, there's nothing really interesting of note that happens in my week. It's just, the same every week, every day. Go to work, read, play games, listen to podcasts, play with my cat. So that way I can know if there's anything actually major that happened. So for example, on this Monday, I forgot to share what happened on the Monday. So on the Monday, I just stapled in this patty pan. It was Labor Day, it was a public holiday, and a friend came over and we all watched the movie Pride and Prejudice, and I just sped it up here in this video to make it a bit faster. And then we watched 3 episodes of Criminal Minds because 4 of us are watching it at the same time, and so we got up to the 15th season, which is the final season. And in fact tonight, which I will have to document in my Hobby Initiative Techo later on, we watched the very last episode together. So it was a big event. Today we also watched Little Women, so I love that movie. It's one of my comfort classic favourite movies. I like the old version and I like the new version. We watched the new version, so I'll definitely document that later on. Anyway, so yeah, it was a public holiday on Monday, and so that was a fun day to basically just watch movies and those episodes that whole day. And then, yeah, like I said, on the Tuesday, the patty pan was one of the girls made some red velvet cupcakes, and so we all had one of the cupcakes, and there was a spare patty pan, and I was like, I'm going to put that in my journal. And I just stapled it and sort of glued it, so it gives it a bit of texture, like you can lift it up and it's a bit interactive, and yeah, kind of fun like that. And then over here on the Tuesday, I just write about what I did that day again, how I worked at my old church, because I'm just filling in at the moment while I'm training up a new lady for the admin job, and while that's transitioning, I just go in there to help out. And so, yeah, helping out on Tuesdays and Thursdays at the moment. And yeah, that photo, like I said, was of Hanson Park, so I'm just writing Hanson Park here for a heading to remind me that that's where I went, and also to help remind me where were those photos taken. Going on to the next day, just writing about my visit to the dentist, and nothing else really happened on the Wednesday. So when I have days like that where nothing really happens, and there's not much journaling that I need to do, I will just fill it in with other photos. And it worked well with this day because I could add some of the photos that I took on Thursday here, so it all goes together. But sometimes, yeah, nothing happened on both page spreads, so I will just leave the page blank after I've done my writing. And if I print out extra photos and I don't have space on a certain page for them, I will go back and just fill in blank spaces with random photos from random days, like leftover photos. So yeah, what did I do that day? Oh yes, I had ballet that day. So Wednesday is my ballet day. I have 3 classes plus a point class, so I teach for 3 hours. I have juniors and I've got inters and seniors, and it's really fun. I've been teaching the 4 little swans dance from Swan Lake to the seniors, and this week I started a new dance with the inters, and I started a new game with the juniors. So we've been playing ballet musical statues, and this time I introduced Sylvia Says, which is instead of Simon Says, Sylvia Says is with ballet moves only. And it's a good way to teach new moves. So I'll be like, okay, Sylvia Says do classical pose, and then I get to teach them what classical pose is. Or Sylvia Says do a coupe, and then I get to teach them what a coupe is. And then later on in the class, we'll actually do a coupe, for example, in an exercise. So yeah, just trying to think of more fun ideas and games for them and different ways to teach. It really does, as a teacher, it really does help you to know what you're doing better and figure out ways to communicate that. And when you have to teach it to someone else who doesn't know the move, it really helps you figure out, what am I actually doing? What am I doing with my body? Because if you can say it and teach it, you really know it well, as opposed to just doing it yourself. You can kind of take it for granted what you're doing. So yeah, it's actually giving me a mental workout and helping me with my own brain power, get a workout, if that makes sense, which always feels good. And I was going to say something, can't remember. We had Worship Wednesday that night too, which is one of my highlights for this year. So not every Wednesday, but every now and then we'll have what we call Worship Wednesday, where we go out and a group of us will meet together, and anyone can come, so different people come each time, just whoever's free, and you get a guitar, just an acoustic guitar, and then just sing songs, and sometimes we pray or share stories, like God's stories from what God has been doing in our lives, or we might get a word for each other to encourage each other, or we might write down whatever God is showing us. And so yeah, that's just a really nice time to recharge and rest, and get to know people as well, so that was really fun. And then like I said, on Thursday, the beach, work. I'm sharing all this all out of order, but like you can see in my journaling, I'm doing the pages all out of order and going back and forth between pages, so it's kind of fun. And then on the Friday, day at home, filming videos. I finished a book, One of Us is Next by Karen McManus. Just a light, easy read with a mystery that keeps you hooked. And then it's kind of like in the final few pages you find out the twist, and so that's kind of fun. Not the best book in the entire world, but just a fun light read. I have now started the Dictionary of Lost Words, and it's straight away I'm really enjoying it. It's really cozy and comfort type of book, so I'm really enjoying that. And I like words and learning about the story behind words, the origin of words, where do words come from, meanings of words. So I'm quite enjoying that as well, that aspect of the book. And so I'm really happy with these few pages. I like how visual they are, and I hope you enjoyed this session as well. I am adding in some new writing here about a podcast that I discovered called Endless Thread. So I discovered this one through Cautionary Tales. I really enjoy Cautionary Tales, but they don't have any new episodes. Actually, Friday, there should be a new one. They come out every second Friday. So while I was waiting, because it's, I've got 2 weeks to fill, I looked at other recommended podcasts, and Endless Thread, it's just light. It's not like the best podcast again, but I just enjoy the light stories. But one of them in particular, it actually was really heartfelt, and I was quite emotional after listening to it, and like really deep, and so anyway, check out Endless Thread if you're interested in that. Hope you're doing really well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys. A big thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in April. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this for another month. It really means the absolute world to me, and I could not do this without you. If you would like to become a patron in May, I will leave the link below to my Patreon down in the description box. That's where you get access to more videos from me, personal updates, printables, and if you're a Ruby patron or higher, you get every single digital kit from my Etsy with a new kit each month. If you would like to support my channel through a one-off donation, you can do that through PayPal to my email address or through Buy Me a Coffee. And if you would like to be part of any of my journaling courses, I'm starting them again in May for the month of May. So feel free to email me to register, and I hope you have fun journaling your life because your stories matter.